Hello, one and all. I am your host, Lorrelion. This is my channel, Megapublix, and today we are Unbent, Unbowed, and Unbroken, playing Crusader Kings 2 as Duran of Dorn, ready to take my vengeance. For those of you who clicked on this because of the Game of Thrones title in the title of this video, this game, Crusader Kings 2, is a game where you play as a feudal lord. It's a feudal life simulator, sort of. You play as a character as opposed to a country. It's a grand strategy game, but it's a story-based grand strategy game, and you can play at various levels. Right now, I am, of course, Lord Paramount of Dorn. I could have been her if I really wanted to. Lady Lara of Blackmount. But today we are taking vengeance for my sister Elia and my brother Oberyn. We are playing from the Feast for Crows start date, which is essentially right around where the TV series is. Now, there is one major spoiler from the books that I don't really know if it's going to happen. I wanted to play Doran start at some period of time, and I knew that eventually playing through this, it would come up. This particular spoiler. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because there are a shit ton of random events in Crusader Kings 2. And it's entirely possible one of these events that come up that you see, you might think, oh, it's the spoiler, when it's really just part of the game, and not the actual spoiler. Though you'll probably be able to guess pretty quickly what the actual spoiler is. But I will be trying to read all the events as I get them. Alright, so let's take a look at our character here. This is our character sheet. I am, of course, as I said, I'm Doran. I'm an elusive shadow. I'm quick. I'm a knight. I'm deceitful, kind, temperate, diligent, humble, just, patient, and infirm, I believe, is what they use to represent gout in this. My current heir is Ariane. Quentin here is off on some overseas quest. I don't quite remember exactly what overseas quest he's off on, but he's doing something. He's doing something. And then we've got good old Tristan, who for some reason in the start date doesn't start betrothed to Marcella. We are going to change that. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to bring Marcella into our courts, and we're going to educate her by the... Oh, she's being educated by me. Okay, so she's... Ideally, we are going to turn her Dorn. So here is the Dorn plot for revenge. She's going to marry Tristan. Marcella is. Then, we are going to push Marcella's claim for the Iron Throne. And then, after that, after she bears a child, the child will be Martell. In doing so, we will have a much sweeter vengeance than probably could have been conceived otherwise. So let's unpause the game here. Alright, so right now the Iron Throne is at war. It's at war with a bunch of areas in the Riverlands, because you know they just lost their king, the king in the north, due to the Red Wedding. And they're at war with Stannis. We have... Excellent. We have the White Walkers popping up here, which is quite honestly terrifying. I don't think they're going to get all the way down to Dorne. My vassal, Lady Dorlani Alaran, has requested Lord Timon Gargalen of Salt Shore be sworn to her. Oh, she's asking for one of my vassals to be given to her. And she is also one of my vassals at the moment. I am going to impress her with vague promises, which I can do because my diplomacy is very high. Which is one of these stats that you can see right here. My diplomacy is 16, which is pretty good. So, we are not going to decide sides in the immediate civil war. These focuses, I can choose what sort of area I want my character to focus in right now, which will give me special events. I'm going to go with intrigue because, well, quite honestly, I'm playing the Game of Thrones. Let's up the speed a little bit and upgrade my upgrade Sun Spear. Ooh. He's asking me to join? It's of no concern of mine. Does that mean another war started? Ooh, another war did start. Wait. Hold on a second. So King Euron of the Iron Islands, that is, he's the guy who becomes in charge of the Iron Islands after, or yeah. Anyway, King Euron is invading the Reach, was it? Yes, he's invading the Reach. So if he wins, this will all be under the Iron Islands. That's insane. This might not be a bad time to push Marcella's claim. I feel. Or it might not be a bad time to see. Alright, let's read this event here. A young, silver-haired warrior has landed in the Stormlands who claims to be Aegon, the true-born son of Rhaegar Targaryen and the rightful king of the Iron Throne. I have sent my daughter, Arianne, to parley with this would-be Targaryen, and now she reports back. She says war, she says dragon. Interesting. Let's take a look at this Aegon character, or this man who claims to be Aegon. He's attractive, he's quick. Perhaps I would say he's a proper marriage for my daughter. What do we do? The Iron Throne is busy fighting the Iron Islands. It's iron on iron combat here. In the meantime, he's busy fighting Stannis. In the meantime, well, who else is on his side fighting Stannis? Let's see now. The Stormland, or no, the Westerlands, and the Reach, and Harrenhal. The Reach, the Westerlands, the Iron Throne. She says, he gets. Alright, I think he'll get quite an army. Ooh, man. Okay. What do we think? What are we gonna do? Do we want to do this with reckless abandon right now? I don't know who else is gonna join him. And do we have any allies that we can call? She says war, she says dragon. Ooh, do we side with this? Doran is known as the Spider. He's wise and intelligent. She says dragon. I shouldn't YOLO. My prince, I humbly ask that you intervene on my behalf against the aggressors invading my lands. An obvious Okay. So, two vassals are fighting each other here. I'm going to order the other vassals to stand down. Word has arrived from Castle Black. The Lord Commander writes that cold winds are rising and the dead are walking and the trees have eyes once again. The white shadows stalk the woods. He calls for all lords to put aside to ride with the Night's Watch and reclaim the dawn. We'll say we'll do that, but hold on a second, dude. We'll say we'll do that, but we'll fight this first war down here. Wait, we're fighting Stannis? Oh, we're invading the storm, or he's invading the Stormlands first is what's happening. So, what'll happen here is if Aegon wins, he'll be in control of the Stormlands, in which case then, who knows what's gonna happen. This guy wants to be regent. Lord Franklin the Fourth, the Old Hawk of House Fowler. Let's see now. He likes me quite a bit. We'll make him regent. The other thing you're probably wondering is what is happening with our Targaryen friend. Well, at the moment she's Queen of Meereen. She is in no wars, so she's just sort of sitting there. She's got dragons. And, of course, she still has a dead son. Wait a second. Why doesn't she want to marry anyone? Is she... Oh, she's still widowed. Okay. So this event widowed here, or this trait widowed here, means that she doesn't want to marry anyone until that trait goes away. Because of course, you know, she's upset about her Khal Drogo passing. Let's see now. Anyway, yes, I have to help this invasion of the Stormlands. So the other thing on my plate that's not really big, but it could be later, is we've got these pirate islands here. That's something I might want to deal with in the future. But for right now, let's just take the Stormlands from Stannis. Will Stannis be straight up unlanded? No, he'll have Dragonstone. That poor bastard. And by poor bastard, I mean to hell with him. Wait. Okay, so Ghost Hills here became agnatic cognatic. What that means is that males inherit before females. Dorne is full cognatic, which means that males and females inherit in the same way. What is he lord of? Rainhouse. And, huh. Is that a bug? Like, why can't I propose to him? Oh well, we'll figure it out later. Alright. A young artist is working on a divine icon of the maiden, the aspect of the seven representing innocence and charity. He needs sponsorship to finish it. So, we can place it on our own step. Yeah, I'll put in some money for it. I mean, 20 gold is essentially all I have. Alright, let's sack the Stormlands. Let's move our own stuff closer to his. So that way, if Stannis' army actually comes down here, we can merge and crush it. Is that Stannis' army? Oh, it's adorable. No, surely he's got to have more than those 2,000 guys. Do I have no generals? Okay, I do have generals. Another issue that we gotta consider is the mountain still alive? Because if he is, I want to murder him. Wait. I was her mentor before. Why did it change? That's alright. That's alright. Oh, that's a Westerman. So, you know what? That's alright. The church had gotten rid of this beautiful... The church had just gotten some very beautiful stained glass windows, and I and Ricasso contemplated the windows, and the priest approached us and asked us what he thought and what we thought about them. I had thought about the symbolism of the windows while Ricasso just repeated what I had said. You know what? I'll consider that flattery. Let's siege this before I run out of guys. 100... Oh. Yeah, well, alright, so this is gonna be a win, hopefully, unless some other kingdom jumps in. He's got the gold company with him. Where is... Well, okay, Stannis' army is probably way the hell up here. There's Stannis' army. Stop infighting! Alright, pick an ambition. Let's see now. Obviously, I want to see our house on the Iron Throne. I can't think of any other greater ambition. Yeah, we'll come up there and help you eventually, Mr. Snow. But first, we have other things to do. We have to play this Game of Thrones before we can deal with real threats to humanity. I realize that she is unmarried. So matrilineal versus a regular marriage. A matrilineal marriage will make all the children of her dynasty as opposed to her husband's. So we want to give her a matrilineal marriage because she's my heir, and if she doesn't continue producing people of the Martell dynasty, I get a game over. Alright, Steward Ricasso. Let's take a look at our steward. Where is he? Oh, steward, shoot, that's here we go. The treasurer. This guy. He's blind from age. He might be stealing gold. Question him. Of course he's gonna pay that money back. Oh, we gotta use our council here to actually do things. I almost forgot about that. And I call myself a skilled player. Well, I'm a terrible player sometimes. We are gonna sabotage the economy in King's Landing. And we're gonna have you oversee Sunspear. And we're gonna have you sow Descent in King's Landing. There we go. What I want to do is I want to see if I can get my heir into a marriage with this Aegon dude. I mean, that may or may not be possible. Is she... She's done grieving. Let's arrange a marriage between... Where's my son? My son isn't in my court, is he? He's off doing his own... He's dead. He died in Wild Dragon's Flame. Alright, so it looks like we are not going to marry him off to Dany. Rather, we're going to put all of our eggs in 2 baskets, backing Marcella, eventually, and backing this guy, this Aegon. Ideally, we don't end up getting screwed because of it. But Elia Sand, oh poor Elia, Oberyn's dearest daughter. Oh, poor girl. It just makes me sad. This war has to end before you get too old to, you know, have children. Alright, a son was born between Sir Manifrey, my cousin, of Dorne and Lorrelion, named Miles. Yeah, he'll be Miles. Miles is an acceptable name. So my levies were destroyed from attrition. You notice I'm down to half my force. Combat in this game is very quick, very fierce, and very fast. And you can lose a lot of guys really quickly. In this particular mod, my levies, my army, doesn't come back very quickly. So I gotta be careful what wars I fight. They are getting their butt kicked up north. Probably because Stannis is marching through the north, killing Rosbottom's force, even though he decided to side with the Night's Watch against the White Walkers, who are... What is this war for? Okay, the War for the Dawn is a war to just end the White Walkers. So the White Walkers aren't going to get anything from this war, I don't think. I don't know what happens if you lose a War for the Dawn. Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Lord Commander John's War for the Dawn has ended. Lord Commander John of the Night's Watch lost. So what happens when a War for the Dawn is lost? Nothing. Okay, that's good. Well, I mean, he probably lost a bunch of prestige and other things. Oh, peace be with you, my daughter here and heir. I have discovered a plot where Sorella Martell seeks to replace her, my daughter, as Master of Whisperers in my court. That's unfortunate. I am gonna, before I forget, we got 12 plots going on in my realm. I'm gonna have my my Master of Whisperers automatically go around stopping these plots. Also, let's murder Tommen. Who can we get to join this plot? So plot power is sort of the chance of the assassination happening. Now that does 100% plot power doesn't mean that there's a 100% chance of it happening. Rather, the higher the plot power means every, I gotta bribe this guy to jump into my plot. Okay, hold up a second. Rickard Stark was no longer thought to have been murdered by Theon Greyjoy, but Stannis Baratheon and Lord Manderling claimed to have found him, rescued by the smuggler Davos Seaworth. They now name him Lord of Winterfell. That guy's got to be an imposter. The Starks are all dead. And I'm going to bribe Marjorie is willing, if she gets some money, to murder Tommen. That's acceptable. I don't think that that would actually happen. But, yeah, so... Anyway, so, if the plot power is... Hold on, I'll read that in a second. I just want to explain this mechanic. If the plot power is 100%, that means on average once every 5 years-ish, an event will fire to make the plot happen. In this case, we have an event right here. My co-conspirator, Queen Marjorie, has bribed a hunter. Wow. Their relationship is clearly falling apart. I hope you don't ship Marjorie and No, this is definitely a, I know I wouldn't say whether or not it was a random event or a spoiler, but this is definitely a random event. Thanks to, anyway, thanks to me bribing her. King Tommen on a trip through the woods would be, through the wilds, to quietly dispatch the child and make it look like an accident. I will approve the plan. Let's see now. Lord Franklin IV has told me about his ideas. I will accept his ideas. I'll pay a little bit of money, make my land a little bit better. We failed to kill him. That's unfortunate. Order the vassals to stand down. Did my war with Egg? What happened? Stop. Everything stopped. What happened? This war ended inconclusively. Right? Did Tommen just inherit... Okay, so this war may have ended because Tommen inherited the Stormlands, is what I think might have happened. I don't know what happened to Aegon. Shoot, I don't know where and how to find him. Let's see now. Oh, yeah, there's an easy way to do that. Who has ruled the Iron Throne before? Not claimants. Actually, yeah, claimants. Where is he? What happened? Where are you? Where is this place? Oh, Rainhouse is here. Not at war with anyone. Doesn't want to be my vassal. Doesn't want to matrilineally marry my daughter. I guess his claim on the Iron Throne just isn't gonna happen. That poor, poor bastard. In the meantime, my daughter needs to marry someone. Lord Willis of the Reach? No. We could have my daughter marry Sir Loras. Wait, stop. Why didn't Sir Loras... Sir Loras has been named a member of the Kingsguard. Brilliant. When did that happen? Cersei just had another daughter? She's married to Willis? I don't think this little... Oh, Tyrell. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like the Tyrells and the Westerlands are going to basically inherit into one another. Which is not what I want to happen. Alright, we need to find a suitable husband for my daughter before she gets too old. And it has to be matrilineal. Edric Storm is a possibility. He's terrible stats, but he's strong. That's Robert's firstborn bastard. King Robert of the Iron Throne, that is, not Robert, Rob, Stark. Ooh. You know what? We are going to decide this next time. So until then, I will see you later. Goodbye, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Adios.
The Dornishman's wife was fair as the sun, and her kisses were warmer than spring. But the Dornishman's blade was made of black steel, and its kiss was a terrible thing. The Dornishman's wife would sing as she bathed in a voice that was sweet as a peach. But the Dornishman's blade had a song of its own, and a bite sharp and cold as a leash. As he lay on the ground with the darkness around and the taste of his blood on his tongue, his brothers knelt by him and prayed him a prayer, and he smiled and he laughed as he sung. Brothers, oh brothers, my days here are done, for the Dornishman's taken my life. But what does it matter, for all men must die, and I've tasted the Dornishman's wife.